I just want to say right off the bat, I love this episode, and I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Yes, you heard me right. A 10 out of 10. Okay, so let's get started. So like Nick, he was dehydrated. He was eating a cactus and threw up. He had to walk among the dead, and all this stuff. And I just loved this episode, and that's why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. And I'm really excited to see what happens next. I really like my favorite part is how he becomes part of that Walker herd, and he's like similar to the Whispers, the original Walking Dead comic book series. He like leads them toward those guys on the truck earlier, and the guy he takes off his glasses he's like this here. He's like looking in the distance, and he sees Nick, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he realizes it's the same guy. He realizes it's the same guy, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he's shooting them in the head and everything, and like brains, guts goes all over Nick, and you think he's gonna get shot next, but then the dude drops all the bullets, go out of the gun, and he gets eaten. And then the other guy gets eaten, and then the other guy leaves him, and Nick gets back to that community, and it looks like that part from the trailer where Nick's arm, it looks like that dude's about to like chop Nick's arm or hand or fingers off. Looks like that's going to be in the next episode, and I'm really excited for that, to see what happens if they actually do cut something off. They cut off just one of his fingers, just all of his fingers, just his hand or his arm, to see what happens. That's going to be really exciting. And then I guess I'm excited to see what's happening with Madison and Strand and Alicia, and then Chris and Travis, because this show is actually very similar to Game of Thrones in ways now, because you got characters all over the place, and you don't know if they're going to reunite this season or next season, or maybe they even won't reunite at all. We don't even know. I mean, they probably will, but who knows? I really like this new community that Nick is a part of, and the next episode it's called Las Muertos, I think. That means the dead in Spanish, and that's really cool. And yeah, Nick is just a really relatable character, and in ways, in ways. Just a down to earth guy. He was that junkie. He used to be that junkie, and I love the flash. I love the use of flashbacks in this episode, where it shows. I love when it shows him in the past with that girl, who actually she's the first zombie we see in the show that attacks him in the first episode, and that's his girlfriend. He loved her, and it shows him how he sees his dad as this great guy, and then he finds out he's dead, and Nick just like he screams. Like his dad was the one thing motivating him, except for his girlfriend. Like his dad, he looked up to him, and then he's dead. That's awful, and I really felt for him. And yeah, Nick's just an awesome character, and this just adds to his character development. And I really love Nick. He's definitely my favorite on this show, except for Tobias. Rip Tobias. We're probably never gonna see him again. Maybe one day if they ever go back to LA, if he goes across the border or whatever. That wouldn't make sense. But yeah, yeah, who knows if we're gonna see Daniel next season or later this season? Probably next season, if any. Maybe he'll be like a villain or something. I don't know. They could do something. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, and yeah, 10 out of 10. Can't wait for next week. Can't wait for the next episode. It looks like they're going to be going to that hotel, and I just love the landscape of this show now. People have always wanted, oh, I want a Walking Dead in another country. Well, now you got it, motherfucker. Now you got it. You got a Walking Dead in another country. It's in Mexico, so yeah. Got that. That's really cool. And, yeah, so I really enjoyed this mid-season premiere, great premiere, and I'm really looking forward to next week. Yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so I can see you next time. Or I'm not gonna see you. You know, fucking.